Hello friend, welcome back. Today's I want to show you another vibe coding, and this particular video I will generate one of the total entire web application with using simple prompt code. And first of all, we will create one of the web application. Not only that, I will also simply use all that our code and I will run this total project in our local storage. So all that process is step by step I will show you with the live example. For create this our web application, I want to use it on another LLM as a Kimi 2. So if you already know about that Kimi 2 official website is a kimi.com. That is also another very high powerful LLM, and also here you can create the chat bot in here. So throughout this you can generate the web application, you can create the any type of web apps from here. Very interactive and very popular nowadays. As I told you, if you have interest to learn AI, all the tools, make that sure you subscribe my channel. Every week I will post all the AI related videos. Not only I will share the AI tools, I will also show you total executed process. Okay, step by step, everything I will show you with the live example. So here for now I want to use it as a Kimi 2, that is the LLM. If you want to use that Queen 3, that is also another LLM. DeepSeek V3, if you want to use it, you can use it rather than the Llama. So competition in everywhere, actually top will be, I want to choose it as a Kimi 2, and that is the Kimi 2 official website. Here you can also create it rather than from to this platform as a Lambda coder and together.ai. From here, every instruction I will share in your descriptions area, you will get this link. So now here from to these positions I want to select it as a Kimi 2, and first of all I want to create one of the web application. And here actually you can use this type of one of the simple prompt code, and throughout this prompt code it will be also generated your entire total application. But I want to enrich that our code. So whatever the prompt you will be added is very important. So if you actually segment and if you enrich your total prompt code, that will be give you best output. So if you want to get that best output, I will also share another prompt code, the same concept, but I want to now elaborate this prompt code like that way. So now I want to use it, and into this prompt code I have actually segment what total our home page will be, which type of things, and our header will be what type of look like, that will be our hero section, our CTH section, use cases, and the pricing section, integration, FAQs I want to add it, design I want to add it, CTA I want to add it, and also total our entire goal, what exactly that will be. Everything I have noted down into this our prompt code. So that is very elaborate and very clean one of the prompt code for especially develop that our web application. So now I want to use it, and here this is the prompt code I will also share in your descriptions area. Make that sure you copy it from here. You can also use it rather than if you want to change anything, you can change it. So now I simply paste it in here. So that will be our total applications, what type of things I want to do. Now throughout this here, I select it as a Kimi 2. First of all, I will generate this our total application. That will be our main job. So when that will be generate this our total application, I will take this application in our local system. Okay, so everything is step by step I will show you. I hope you will enjoy this video. Now first of all I want to select it, and now I want to click as a go. Now that will be analyze your total prompt code, and throughout this prompt code that will be start to develop for our total application. And here you can see it's already started to work, but here that is not actually giving you that HTML code. That will be one of the Next.js or the React.js project. Right here you can see they are using that Next.js and React.js. So now I want to first of all that when that will be completed, I will simply take every code from here. I want to load in our local system. So how you can do all that step by step process, I will show you with the live example. So here it may take little time. It's already working to develop our total coding. So when that will be done, I will come back again. Here you can see friend, it successfully generated our total web application, and as you actually notice throughout that our prompt code, you can see very clean and very good looking one of the web application is totally ready, right? There are some of the pricing section, the FAQ section, footer, header, everything is in here. So it successfully generated this web application, which is fine. Now our next job will be, that is the same project, and this project here, if you go to their code, and as I told you, this project actually created with the React. And here, if you actually noticed, they have some of the React code, that is a React use state. They have some of the component UI button. That means they are also using one of the component as a SAT-CN component. About the vibe coding, I do suggest a lot of my students that is not for the beginner. If you don't have any idea about that programming language, if you don't know about that, what exactly the React, how you can working with the HTML, CSS, and also the Next.js, rather than how can dealing with the different type of component like as a Tailwind CSS, also the SAT-CN. So you have to obviously know about it. Without actually a very beginning level knowledge, you cannot work with the vibe coding. Vibe coding is for the mid-level to advanced level, all the programmers, because you have to understand what type of things actually included in particular that area. Rather than that will be only you will be get this type of on the preview, and into this preview area it doesn't mean anything. You just simply generate this web application, which is fine. But if you want to customize it, if you want to set up that things for your personal project or the company other project, how you can actually deal with it. Right, so that is the reasons just simply don't get the hype with the vibe coding. Vibe coding is very supported, which work you actually generated with the 3 days or the 1 days. Throughout this, your AI, that means AI tools, here throughout this you can actually generate it with the minimum time, like as a 5 minutes. You can say with a 5 minutes we simply successfully created this total web application. So if you are actually, if you want to coding that things like from to the scratch, it may take little time. It may take that 5 hours or the 6 hours to develop only this home landing page, right? So that's how actually vibe coding work. Now it's successfully generated. Now our next job will be, I want to simply take our total project code from here. I want to run it in our system. So you can run this project with the React, rather than if you also want to run this project with the Next.js. Next.js is what? Next.js is also one of the React framework, right? So now I want to run this our total entire application into the Next.js project, and I will run it in our local storage. So for doing this, I want to simply copy this total code. Okay, so that will be our first job. I will also use it how you can actually deal with the vibe coding. I want to share every process with you, like simply copy the total code. Then I don't want to actually directly add that things in our project. I want to go to any type of LLM, like you can go to that ChatGPT. If you want to go to that Kimi.com, you can go to the Kimi.com. If you want to go to that Queen or the DeepSeek or the Grook, any type of related LLM, you will get all that support from here. Like for now, I want to use it as a Grook. Grook, I personally do like it so much. So if you want to go working with the Grook, simply go to the Grook official website, rather than if you go to that ChatGPT. And here, what exactly I have copied, total code, entire code I have actually copied from to this position. And here simply create the registration process that will be just like that as ChatGPT. So now what exactly the things I have actually copied, our entire total application I copied, that is the code I simply want to do. I want to paste it in here. Then I just put some of the prompt to the Grook that hi, I want to run this project in Next.js. Okay, so if you want to run it with the React.js, you can also use it as a React.js. But now I want to run this project with the Next.js. So give me total step by step process. Okay, just simply put one of the simple command as a hi, I want to run this project in Next.js. Just give me total step by step process. Now let's check this out, what exactly that will be do. I simply paste it. Now you can see it's already starting to work for this, what exactly the step-by-step process we have to do for this. Like first of all, he recommended you have to create one of the installation process for the Next.js. That means we have to create one of the Next.js project by this command as a npx create npx, that is the latest. And you can also use that different type of your project name, you can actually create it. Then we have have to go to that our folder. We have to install some of the motions. They have some of the packages we have to install it, multiple packages. So you can see that is also suggested as a SATCN. We have to install it, and color base, you can use that as a default color. Which type of color you want to use, you can actually set it. CSS base variable as a yes. So every instructions already is provided in details way in here. You can see everything is in here. It's already still now working. So now first of all, one by one I want to actually complete it. And here, if you want to do this work, we have to first of all create this our application. Better I copy it, and in my desktop I have created one of the folder name as a learning. Here I want to open it with the CMD, and then I want to create one of the new Next.js project as a npx and create next app, and that is the latest, and here that will be your total project name. So now here I use it our project name as a corporate landing. If you want to use it only as a corporate, is totally fine. Now I click as a enter. Now if you install that Next.js, here are also some of the things that will be recommended as a, would you like to use that TypeScript? You can use it as a TypeScript. I make it as a yes, and I just name it ESLint. That will be not needed. I make it as a no. Tailwind CSS I want to default also install it. Click as a yes. SSC directory, I don't need this. I make it as a no. App router, yes. And that travel park, that will be not needed. I make it as a no, and that is fine. So now that should be created our total application by the name folder. I use it for the project as a corporate, and you can see it's already downloaded everything. Now that should be complete our total process for Next.js. Okay, so now here first of all we have to create this one of the Next.js process. As I told you, my video will be a little bit different because here is step by step everything I want to share with you. Okay, and it's totally fine. It's now totally done, and it's written direct to that our learning folder. So now we have to do, they are also recommended, after that we have to go to that our folder name. Okay, folder name will be at the change directory as a CD directory by the folder name. So you can actually redirect it to by the name as a CD. That means change directory to that our folder, project folder that I have created as a corporate. We have to go to that our corporate. Okay, corporate. Now click as enter, and now you can see from to this our learning, you redirect it to that our folder. So you can also redirect it from to these positions like that way. Rather than if you close it, simply go to that folder. Everything Next.js related, everything is in here. Simply open it again, and if you run it as a CMD, you will find it exactly the same path. So here I want to run that our Next.js project. If you want to run it Next.js, I hope you already know that will be the npm run dev. So when you run it as the npm run dev, Next.js will be provided you one of the access link that is will be as a localhost 3000. Now I copy it, and now better here I want to add it. So now that should be run that our Next.js project in here, and you can see our Next.js project is successfully installed, which is very good thing. So now our next process will be, I want to load this our total things, right? So I want to load it. Before loading it, I want to go back to that our instructions. Here I have already created that our Next.js process, and then also some of the npm install package will be needed, because he already find out into this our particular that code area there have some of the component that is actually this the package will be comes from to the SATCN. That is the another one is comes from to the SATCN. That is also another one as a farm motion. That is all the packages. So this package also that will be needed. So that is the reasons here I want to also install it as a npm install farmer motion. So everything we can actually install it. If you go better, I want to run this total project in our VS Code editor. Here I want to open with the CMD again, and if you make it as a code and then space dot, and now click as a enter, that is the project that should be now open with your VS Code editor. So if you have that VS Code editor, you can actually use it. That is totally free. Simply go to Google and there find out VS Code editor and simply open it. Okay, now you can see our entire project is successfully running in here. So now in particular that positions I want to open the terminal, another new terminal. That is actually our learning folder in my desktop that I have created, and our project Next.js project I created by the name as a corporate. So now first of all I want to install all the packages which is recommended. I want to install it for particular this project. right? Because for this project they are already using this AI. This AI is already using some of the packages. Now we have to install that packages, okay? Because now I'm going to run it. So that is successfully done. Here it's successfully install it. And also I want to install another one. I want to go back to that our group again, and here also npm install that is a Lucid React. That is the things also I want to install it. I copy it, and then I want to go back to that our project, and into this area here I want to run another one. Sorry, that will be, I want to better copy it. Okay, copy it, and now here I want to run it. So I want to also install that part. Now click as I enter. Now that is successfully, that should be installed. Very simple, all the packages that is also successfully installed. And now I also want to check it. By default our Tailwind CSS I have already installed it, right? If you go to that package JSON and into this package JSON area, here you can see by default that is also installed that Tailwind CSS post CSS, and that is a Tailwind CSS version as a 4 version they are using. React version we are using as a 19.1. Next.js they are using as a 15.4, all that latest version, and TypeScript they are using as a 5. Okay, so everything already installed it. So here if you also want to check it, it's successfully working or not, I want to better check it. Here if you go to the Google and if you go to the Tailwind CSS official website, here if you open it, and also there is another one as a SATCN. I want to also share that things with you. SATCN is also very unique, one of the component builder. Like here if you open it, that is the SATCN official website. So that is there when they are actually creating this our total application. This application using some of the SATCN component, and that is the SATCN component. Here if you go to that our UI SATCN component, and here if you go in here, actually you will get all their ready-made component is in here. So if you go to that their component like as a components, and you can see all that component, you will find it in particular that area. There is a checkbox. So for the checkbox, if you want to use that SATCN this type of one of the checkbox, you have to install it. That is the checkbox our total command. So here actually now we have to install it, and that is a Tailwind CSS. Right now current version is a 4.1, and if you go to that our documentation, and here also they have some of the installation process, which I have already installed it by default. When I install that Next.js already provided this installation process. Here if you go to that framework as a guide for the Next.js, because we are using that Next.js, by default here everything is done. So now I want to check it by this run. I want to run it. I copy it. Okay, I copy this one. I want to check it our Tailwind CSS is working or not for our this project. If you want to check it, simply when you access that our home page, which page is loaded, actually if you go to that our home app, and that is the page.tsx, that is the page is by default loaded. And here I want to actually check it. I want to minimize this div. I don't need this page, and that is the page actually now display in here. I want to remove it. I simply remove it, and here I want to actually run one of the h1 tag, and in here I run that Tailwind CSS command as a text will be 3xl for the hello world. I just name it as a hello. Okay, hello Aryan. By this name I want to check it, and font will be bold, and I hear that should be on the underline. I want to check it. It's our Tailwind CSS is working or not, which is very important. Now click as a save all, and now if you go that is successfully working. And if you also want to use that Tailwind CSS another command, like I want to use it as a busy, I want to use this type of one of the color or the background. Now click as a save all, and now if you go that is successfully done. That means here now we are ready to understand our Tailwind CSS is also successfully working in our Next.js project. That is very good part. Now I want to go, and here they have some of the global CSS. By default they are providing this type of one of the global CSS that is actually inputted as a Tailwind CSS. Okay, which is fine. Okay, which is fine. So if you have a little idea about that Next.js, as I told you, if you want to weak the vibe coding, you have to understand the basic at least. Okay, rather than you may be a little confused. So now that is successfully everything is in here. Now our next job will be, I want to do I want to go back to the rest of all the packages. Like here I have already installed it, and after that I want to install that SATCN, because this project also use some of the SATCN project. So now I want to use it. I copy it, and here after that I want to go back to our terminal again, and I want to run it as a npm SATCN ux latest. So now click as enter. Now if you click as enter, now that should be, you can see it's there, updated their command. That will be not that SATCN UI, that will be as a npx SATCN. Okay, latest. I copy it, and now I want to install it. So now if you create it, that will be ask you which type of things you want to use it. I want to use it as a default base color. Okay, for this color I want to use it like as a still. I want to use this one, and that is fine. So that will be updated your CSS global app global.css default one, that will be replaced with the new one for the SATCN. So that is fine. So here I have actually done it. Now that is our main project is running from here. So I want to create another folder in our main root area. That means here I want to go back. I want to create another new folder, and I just name it as a components, components folder. Okay. So into this components folder, I want to take this our total project. And here if you actually notice this page name, you can use it as a corporate landing. Okay, so now this type of one of the name I want to use it. I copy it, and here I want in our components folder, I want to create on the new file, and I just name it as a corporate and then the land.tsx, because here we are using the TypeScript, so that will be the tsx. I want to simply create this component. And into this component area, I want to again copy total project. Okay, that is the total project. I want to again copy it. Enter project, I copy it, and now I copy it, and now here I want to add it. I want to add it in here. I simply paste it. So right now everything is in one page, and it's getting some of the error. You can see it because of all it's not get that some of the icon. That is a components UI card, it's not actually supported. Component UI button is not supported. Input is not supported. So we have to also install individual all the SATCN component, which I will also do it. And now I want to go back to here again, and here after that you can see there's already suggested. I have installed that SATCN. So now we are able to access that our SATCN related all that components. So here individual all that component, now we have to install it. So here I have already installed that SATCN. Now we can able to install that our SATCN like as the input card. You can see there is a card input. I want to simply copy it, and then I want to go back here, and again I want to install it. Okay, here I want to copy. You can copy it from here, and now I want to add it in particular that position. That means here I want to add it. That will be, I remove it, and then here I want to add it. So now that will be updated as a not SATCN UI. This the UI will be not needed. Only that will be as a SATCN and latest add button and card. Two of this package installed. That should be installed at a time. And installing dependency, that is the dependency that should be installed. That is successfully installed. And now I want to check it what type of other issue is in here. I want to click as a save all. And now if you close it and if you open it, still now our another two of this will be needed as a button, and also the card and the input. Right here also another individual component we have to install it. I want to go back here, and also here if you go there, they have already give you total formatted code. Also you can see it's also give you total formatted code. And also make that sure you have to use it as a use client, which is very, very important. Use client is used for, because here I have already make it one of the, that will be another client side rendering. So that is the client side rendering project. If you want to run it, we have to make it as a use client. Definitely. So that is our project. Here I want to go into the top, and here I want to make this that is the component, and this component will be one of the client side rendering. So that is not the server side. Here I want to make it as a use client. So now that will basically get this our client side, because here I'm using already as a use state and a use effect from to the React. So that means that should be obviously one of the use client. Okay, perfect. So now there is also another one as a button and the input. I want to check it. It's also suggested or not. Here if you go, I want to check here if you go. That is also give you the tailwind CSS. I have already checked it. It's already working. And that is the, also you can see there is a npx cn for the latest add card. That is the package we have to install it. I want to install this one. Okay, I want to install it. I copy it, and now I want to go back here, and in particular that area I want to paste it. Again, we don't need this our UI. That will be, I remove it as a satcn @latest add card. Now click as enter. Now our, that is a card that should be, this error should be gone. That is successfully done. I want to check it again. I click as a, simply add some of the space and click as a save all. And here if you go, I want to go open it again. That is our components. Into the components area, that is still now getting that our input button, right? That is a from to our card. It's not getting that our card. So better I want to copy it. Okay, I just copy it, and that is a 3 of this that will be needed. From to the input button, I copy it, and I want to go back again to this our here, and that means in our group. And now I want to run it. I want to install. I want to install these packages. Now let's check this out. That will be give you the answer what type of things here we have to add it, and is getting everything is in here. npx latest my project, I have already created this project, which is fine, satcn, and that is actually the add button card input. I copy it. Okay, here I want to install, and this will be fine. Everything I have already done it. So now I want to check it. I want to copy it again, and I want to run it again in here. I paste it. So now that will be here. I want to remove it, and now click as enter as the add button, and then the card input. So now both of these that should be inputted. Here you can see there is a component UI button tx is added, and card is added, and also inputted as it. That means now that should be fine. Here if you go, so here everything is look like great. So but I want to check it. I want to click as a save all. And now that is the component. That is the component I want to load it in our home component. Home component means here when you access that our home page, and into this home page is access that our which component. Right now it's display this one. Here I want to actually load our, that is the corporate landing tsx that I have created. I want to load it. I simply remove it right now from here. That will be return our, that is the corporate. Okay, corporate corporate, right? That is a corporate landing. You can see that is the component. Here I want to simply add it. Now that should be already imported. Okay, so now that is successfully imported from to our components folder. Into this components folder I have created our that is the component landing page. Now that should be accessed for our home page. That is the component. I want to check it, click as a save all, and now if you go back here, I want to refresh it. Yes, you can see our total project is running successfully. Project is running successfully, only that CSS is not working. So here if you want to fix it, we have to go back to that our global. I want to go back here, I close it. I want to go to that our global CSS. Into the global CSS area, they have some of the custom vibrant. I have already used it for the satcn. Actually we don't need it. I want to better remove it. Okay, I want to remove everything from here. I want to remove it. That is the base also. If you select it, that is started, that is ended. Here also I want to remove it. I want to check it now, click as a save all, and now if you go back here, yes, you can see our project is now successfully running. Okay, so now that is the project which I have created throughout that our AI tools. Here throughout this we developed this, created our total application, and that is the application. Now we are also able to access it in our system, right? Now in our localhost 3000 port area, that is the project is successfully running. You can see there is a pricing section. Everything is look like really professional. That is also successfully loaded. They have the different type of enterprise you successfully needed. How much interactive you can see, friend. Here everything is logging. There is a logging started button, pricing button. When you select it, pricing is also working. If you select it as about, the contact, the feature is successfully loaded. Entire application is ready. Now if you also want to go there, that is also responsive. Not only that, is also responsive. You can see very clean. So I hope you get the point. You can see there is a menu is also working. There is some of the drop down. That is a drop down menu is working. Everything is very interactive. So here actually if you develop this total code multiple things you have to do it, right? But now throughout this our AI tools, simply we generate this everything with using that prompt code, and I copy this code. Also I ask to the everything to the another LLM as a group, and in this group already give you all that instruction, and simply I added these instructions, I installed that Next.js project, and now that is our project area we successfully loaded. So now if you want to actually segment it for the productions level, if you want to go, then what exactly you have to do? Now step by step you can actually simply create different type of component, and into this component area you can actually segment it. Like here I want to segment our header part, that have also another feature part. If you want to segment it, simply go to that your code. Like right now everything is in our which page? Everything in our corporate landing page. And into this corporate landing page here, if you go, now actually you will get everything's in here. Okay, here if you go, if you simply find out, you can see that is just our header part. So here if you actually minimize it, there is a header is started, header is ended, right? So if you want to load different type of component in here, everything I don't want to load it from to the same component. If you want to segment it, is very simple. In our components folder, better I want to create another new folder as a body, and into this body folder I want to create another new component, like I just name it as a header. Okay, that will be the header, HEADER, header.tsx. Okay, that is our header.tsx. Here is successfully created, and in particular that positions I want to create another functional component by throughout that our RSC. Now if you click as enter, and you can see it successfully created that our header, one of the functional component. Now into this functional component area, I want to load this our header part. I simply cart it from to this position, and now into this header here I want to paste it. Okay, you can also use it in here into the dev area. I simply paste it, so which is fine. So now that is the header I have already exported by the name as a header. That means here I want to now load this our component that I have already created. I just simply added the name as a header, and that will be as a HEADER header, right? You can see that is our HEADER. That is a header which I have already created in our body and the head. Now click as a enter. Now that should be included this our component as a header, and if you now go to that our top, that should be also inputted. You can see input the header from to the our body header, right? That is also successfully inputted. That means now that is totally separated. So here also is getting some of the error. It because of all here they have on some of the easy scroll. Here they have some of the button, they have some of the set his menu. So here also you have to support it. I want to go back here. Like first of all I want to support our first things, like here that is our easy scroll, one of the variable. Here if we go one of the use state, maybe I can see is use state. Now here we have to simply copy it. I want to also support it in here, and also that will be into this position. Into after that header here we have to support it our use state. That will be the use state. Okay, use state which will be comes from the React. That is successfully loaded. That is fine. Or this one error is totally gone. Now our another part as a button that will be comes from our SaaS CN. Here also you have to import it. I copy it, and I want to support it in our header. Here I want to support it. Now our another issue that should be gone. Okay, that means that is our button issues. You can see it's already gone. There is also another one as a button, as a small button, and this is small button means here is set menu. Is set menu means here if you go another use state, you can see that is set menu open. I better copy it, and now in here I want to also support it. I want to support that our use state. That is a use state. Here we have to support it. Okay, so now this should be also gone. You can see this error is already gone, and then that is our is open menu for the animate present. That is also another one, animate present. That means this one for the farmer motion. Here we have to support it. I copy it, and now also I want to support it in here. I support it, and now that is fine. Everything is look like great. Now everything is great. Now there is a button is fine, and now if you click as a save all, and here if you now go, it's getting as a one of the menu is not defined as is menu X. Okay, X, that is actually one of the menu. So that means here if you go back here, there have also one of the menu. You can see that is actually menu. I want to simply take it. I copy it this one, and now here I want to also paste it. Okay, I simply paste it. Now that should be get that our menu, that should be get that our X, because here actually I have used it as a X and that is a menu. Okay. So now if you click as a save all, now that should be fine. Perfect. You can see now that is totally separated. That is the totally separated from our another component that I have already named it by the name as a header. I hope you get the point. So now that will be your task. Simply create the another component like as a feature, and feature related they have the code here. If you go to back to that our corporate landing again here, after that there is also another part. As you can see, there is a hero section part. So that is the hero section. If you want to segment it, I have already segmented our header part. That is our another part as a hero section. So this section you can also create the different component, and with this component you can actually segment this our hero section. Okay, so here that's how you can also deal with it. Is very interactive and very simple, all that process. And here after that our this section, there is also another section as our feature section, but I show you here also. I want to share that our hero section, I want to create another new component as a hero section. Okay, I name it as a hero, whatever you choose. I just name it only hero.tsx. Okay, that will be the hero section. I simply created. I created one of the RSC, that means one of the functional component. Here when you select it, that will be also supported as a RSC as a hero. That is the hero sections area. I want to go back to that our main component. I want to make this component very easy. Before I have already loaded that our header. Now I want to minimize that our section is started, section is ended for the hero section, and that is the section I want to cart it. And now I want to add it in our hero section in our dev area. Here I want to paste it. Great. So now our next job will be here. We have to simply take this our hero section. I want to load that our hero, and you can see which I have created in our body and in our hero. Click as a enter. Now that should be also inputted here. If you go to that our top, into the top area, that is imported that our hero from to the body and hero. Right, that is a hero component. So if you now go to that our hero component, also some of the packages here we have to add it. Like as we have to support that button, we have to support that our arrow right, motion. So everything actually we will get it from to this our main page. Here if you go and simply search it like as a motion, I want to simply take it. I want to take that our another purpose one by one. I want to take it. I want to support it. First of all, this one, our motion related arrow is totally gone. Another one as a button, array right, that means arrow right. Here you will get it from to this our which place, arrow right, that is actually this one, right? I copy it, and now I want to simply support it in our hero. Here I want to support it. I want to support that button. I just simply copy it. That is a button, so I want to simply go there. I want to paste it. Okay, so now that's fine. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you go back again, you can see our project is also successfully running. Now for header actually comes from to our different section. So in my page I have already segmented our two of this component. One component I have segmented as a header related. If you want to do anything, simply go to that our header, and from to this header area here you can actually change it. Okay, you can see that is actually our total menu as a feature, pricing, about, contact. If you want to change anything, you can change it from to this position. So also I have segment another one as a, after that there is a hero section. So now hero section means that is our hero section. So here if you want to change anything, simply go particular this component as a hero, and in from to these positions we can actually able to change it. And here if you go, you can see there is a free trial, one of the button, watch demo, one of the button, and that is also the scale your business with. So everything, that is all that our scale your business with. Everything, if you want to change anything, like I want to make it as a scale, or I just remove that scale, your business, or easy. Okay, name it as easy your business with. Now click as a save changes, and now if you go back here, you can see automatically that is successfully updated. That is our Next.js project. Whatever the things will be changes, automatically that will be complained. Now that is successfully run. How you can segment it, and now your job will be, if you want to make it as a dynamic with different type of language, we can also use some of the backend for the with using the Laravel. If you want to use that Next.js backend, you can also use it. So now our total project is ready. Very easy way. Okay friend, I hope you get some idea as I told you, you have to also know a little bit the basic idea. If you are dealing with different type of AI tools, if you are right now from here, you generated some of the React or the Next.js related project, some of the time you may also get some of the HTML related content. So here, when that will be generated HTML related total web application, you have to know that HTML, you have to know that CSS, right, rather than Bootstrap. Then you can actually able to dealing with it. Rather than that will be very difficult to you. If you don't have any idea, you cannot able to set up it. Okay, I hope you get this idea very easily with using that vibe coding, how we can generate one of the project throughout using that prompt code, and throughout this we can generate this total application very clean and very interactive one of the application we successfully created. Not only that, I have also discussed about that things with you, how you can run this total application in your local system. So everything is running successful. I hope you like it very much. So make that sure you subscribe my channel for getting this type of all that tutorial based how to use AI tools. Everything step by step I will show you. Okay, so make that sure you subscribe my channel and stay with me. So if you have any query, if you have any other issues, just let me know about into this comment. I will be in touch. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.